I'm going to do something a little bit different right now because I'm really concerned with the increase of what is going on and what people don't understand. Specifically, I'd like to talk about Mark Carney and what he's trying to do for Canada. If you watch the address on the 22nd, you realize that he addressed it saying that Canada has a completely different trading relationship with the US. That is true. Trump has made this a lot harder for us to figure out. I don't think it is smart of Canadians to think this way. The US is trying to fend off what's going on in the world. This is something I want to break down. One of the biggest things that's happening in the world right now is the US is losing its superpower. Yes. And the problem with that is China's now gaining it. And for people who don't really understand, this is very bad for the global economy. If China takes over the superpower race, we could be seriously under threat of a lot of things. Communism, their way of life. Yes, we get a lot of tech, be able to do things, but it would be on their terms. One of the major keystones that the US has always upheld is freedom of its people. That's kind of what's at stake right here. The freedom of people around the world. Yes, this is debatable in certain contexts. Some people aren't free countries. But for the most part, Westerners have been free for over 250 years, able to build and prosper, create great things. We are at a standpoint where if Canada actually backs away from US, I'm not saying we need to rely on them 100%. I'm just saying we should also be engaging in proper negotiations with the US. And by that, I mean actually sitting down, looking at our industries and saying, what do we need? I've got a perfect plan for our auto industry. Do you know what we need? Really need? Off-road vehicles. We need a shit ton of them. And we also need heavy industrial equipment. So why doesn't the auto sector change into these bigger projects that we need? Because right now, Canada needs to go through change. It needs to build like it's never built before. In a few weeks, I am going to have an interview with Kendra McDonald, of the CEO of Canada's new Ocean Supercluster. And I'll give some information here. I don't know much about this. I know a little bit, but we are looking at trying to invigorate certain economies in this country. I'm going to give proper credit where it's due when I figure out who's got all this. I truly believe we need to get into this infrastructure building. I think this is a side note, but I really do think this is what Carney's trying to get. I think he thinks, I think he thinks that by bringing in people and then by running this innovation, I think he's hoping a lot of our refugees, non-permanent residents actually take initiative to build these projects because they are government and privatized collaborations. We need to start seriously looking at our landscape. We don't connect it to each other. The majority of our travel between us is through flight. We talk about net zero all the time, but yet we've got to fly to get anywhere in Canada. We don't have high speed rail, and I'm not talking about that bullshit from Toronto to Montreal. I'm talking about from getting from the east to the west to the east, and north to south. We can't get to our northern territories. That is atrocious. What do I want to say here? So, getting back to Carney's address, I really think it is dangerous the way he's addressing Canadians because he is putting fury into the US. And I do have to say this, the US is not the problem. It's not. We had 10 years, 12, 15 years of no problems with the US. It only happened as of recently because our government said it was Trump. But it's the policies that we put in place. Seriously, we're not allowed to build pipelines. Okay, but that no pipeline bill also stops us from mining the necessary material to build the net zero solutions that everybody wants. So we're stuck buying from China that doesn't care about net zero to get these resources to build your net zero infrastructure. And it costs us an arm and a leg when we could actually benefit by digging it up ourselves. The no pipelines bill also stops us from doing that. These are the things that Canadians just want to relay to people. We can build amazingly, but we need to stop taxing our citizens, and we need to allow us to build. Those are the two things stopping us. And the third thing is we need to stop the censorship shit that's going on. I'm talking about Bill C-11, Bill C-18, Bill C-63, Bill C-2, Bill C-8, Bill C-9, Bill C-12. Those are all censorship laws. All. None of it has to do with protecting your rights. It's all about taking it away. So I know with what has happened as of late that everybody's angry and everybody thinks that the liberals have their best interests in mind. But if you just actually look at what they're doing, how is this benefiting you? You're getting more taxes, more bureaucracies. Our CRA, for fuck's sakes, only gets information correct 17% of the time. We need to take a serious look at what Canada's doing and dismantle the government infrastructure that does not serve us. That is our problem. Government infrastructure that does not serve us. That's where all our taxes go. That's where everything is boiling into, and why our services are degrading. Bureaucracy is taking all the money, and the services don't get anything. It's a top-down approach. It is as old as time, and we know it doesn't work. I just want Canadians to understand that we can do better. But we need to stop relying on the government to do it. I'm part of a group called Build Canada, that we're building projects that showcase across Canada things that will connect us, trying to push the bounds on what we can build without government intervention, because we need to stop thinking that the government's going to help us and just start building it ourselves. That's the way we at Canada, right? Stop relying on our governments and start building it ourselves. I'll link all of the information down below. I might do a few more of these videos. We'll see. I'm going to try and keep them as calm as possible. I know there's a lot of craziness in the world right now. But I just want to be reasonable. I really do want to understand why people think certain things. Also, there is a tax on groceries. Please stop iterating that. If you don't understand how your groceries aren't taxed, then you do not understand enough economics to talk about the situation. Please stop spouting misinformation.